Assalamu alaikum students and welcome back to my channel Management Hub. In the last video, we learned about types of goals and types of plans. Moving on, in this video, we will be discussing about approaches to setting goals. Well, as we studied earlier, goals provide the direction for all management key decisions, and everything organizational members do should be oriented towards achieving organizational goals. Here we are going to discuss approaches in setting goals. So number one approach in setting goals is traditional goal setting. In traditional goal setting, goals are set by top managers of the organization and then flow down through the organization and become sub-goals for each organizational area. Now this traditional perspective assumes that top managers knows what's the best for the organization and they see the bigger picture. Then the goals are passed down to middle level managers and then to the lower level managers so that the individual employees have some guidance as they work to achieve those assigned goals. For example, let's take a manufacturing business. The president of the manufacturing business tells the vice president of production department what he expects manufacturing cost to be for the coming year. And then the president of the manufacturing company tells the marketing vice president what level he expects sales to reach for the year. Now these goals are then passed to the next organizational level so that they know about their responsibilities, then passed to the next level and so forth. After some point, performance is evaluated to determine whether the assigned goals have been achieved or not. Now, when the hierarchy of organization's goal is clearly defined, it forms an integrated network of goals or a means-end chain. Let's look at the definition of means-end chain. The goals achieved at lower level become the means to reach the goals at the next level, and the accomplishment of goals at that level becomes the means to achieve the goals at the next level and on up through the different organizational level. For example, the objective of the corporate president of a detergent company was to increase corporate sales to 250 million by the end of the year. That the goal of the middle management, let's say a laundry product manager, would be to increase market share of soapy suds detergent by 5% by July 1. Now, moving down in the hierarchy, the goal of the area field sales manager, that is the lower manager, would be to increase unit sales of soapy suds detergent in Boston area by 1 lakh units by April 1. So you see here that if the lower manager is able to achieve its goal or the objective, that is to increase its unit sales by 1 lakh units till April 1, that means he will be accomplishing some part of goal of a middle manager, and then the middle manager's objective, if completed, would be accomplishing some part of goal of the top level manager. So that's how a traditional goal setting works. Another approach to set organizational goal is management by objective. Many organizations use MBO that aims to improve the performance of an organization by setting organizational goals that are agreed by both management and the employees of the company. MBO programs have 4 elements. Number 1, goal specificity, when goals are specific and there is no room for interpretation. Number 2, participative decision making, where all the organizational members are involved in making key management decisions. Number 3, a defined time period. And number 4, performance feedback, which is very important as it tells the employees or the management of the organization that either they are reaching towards their goal or not. As you can see, this is the process of MBO. First, they define the organizational goals. Then employee objectives are defined. Then there is a continuous monitoring, performance and progress. Then performance is evaluated. Then the managers provide feedback to the employees or their subordinates, which helps in giving performance appraisal. That's how a process of MBO works. Looking at the steps in MBO, the number one step is to set the overall objectives and strategies. Then major objectives are allocated among divisions or the departmental units. Then unit managers set specific objective for their own departments and their own managers. Specific objectives are then collaboratively set with all departmental members. Then action plans are defined, that how objectives are going to be achieved, and they are agreed by both managers and the employees of that particular department. The action plans are then implemented by the department. Progress towards objective is periodically reviewed, and the feedback is provided to the employees. Successful achievement of objective is reinforced by performance-based rewards. So if the goals are met by the employees of the department, then obviously they will be rewarded against their performance. Now let's learn about the steps in goal setting. Number one, review the organization's mission or purpose, that why the organization is existing, what its mission, and what is the purpose of its existence. Then evaluate available resources, that what kind of resources are available with the organization. That may include tangible and intangible resources. Determine the goals individually or with input from others. Write down the goals and communicate them with all the organizational members who need to know those particular goals. Now review the results and see whether the goals are being met or not. Now here we will discuss about well-written goals. Well-written goals are SMART goals, in which S stands for specific. That means whenever you are setting goals, you need to state exactly what you want to accomplish. A goal should be measurable. That means use smaller mini goals to measure progress. A goal must be achievable. It should be reasonable to achieve. It should be challenging but attainable. It should be realistic and should be relevant to your life or the organization, and it should be timely completed. That is, it should have a particular deadline so that a goal could be achieved within a defined time period. That would be SMART goals. So this is all about planning work activities. In the next video, we will start another chapter. Thank you, class. Thank you for watching.